Yes, ma'am.
You see what I see?
You got it. It's a bird. It's a plane. Now, wait a minute. Would you believe a spinning propeller beanie cap? It's perched between the antlers of the beloved Bullwinkle Goose. And what a thrill it is to welcome him back to our parade. And for the first time ever, with his pal Rocky the Flying Squirrel. Now, that's what I call a dynamic duo.
And famous, too, Willard. J. Ward's Rocky and Bullwinkle are provided by Universal Studios Consumer Products Group. At 68 feet in length, Willard, even his arch enemies, Boris and Natasha, would be impressed with this Bullwinkle.
Get that squirrel off my back, Kitty. Bullwinkle has been called the finest example of the North American quad. As Rocky says, Bullwinkle has more brains in his little finger than he has in his whole head. Think about that, friends.
Next, the Lawrence brothers, Joey, Matthew, and Andy, plus everybody's favorite feline, Garfield the cat, when our parade continues here on NBC.
Brothers. Hey, Willard.
Yes, ma'am.
Guess who I see floating down the street? Here's a hint. He's fat, kind of lazy, and has a major attitude.
That sounds like my agent. I didn't know he was going to be in this parade, Kitty.
Down, boy, Willard. It's America's favorite fat cat, Garfield. Garfield may like his catnip and his catnap, but he's managed to be a part of the parade festivities since 1984. He's provided, incidentally, by Paws Incorporated.
You got that right. And we're told that Garfield's birth weight was 5 pounds, 6 ounces. That's a big cat. But today it takes 50 Macy's moms here to handle this 400-pound ice cream-craving, lasagna-loving feline who eats until he's, do I dare say it, cat-atonic. Oh, oh, oh. Good show, Walter. Willard. Willard. Not Walter. Not Walter.
The residents of Sesame Street, the Big Bird Balloon, and gold medalist Oksana Bayou, when the 1996 Macy's Parade marches on, here on NBC. NBC's telecast of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is sponsored in part by the Braun Oral-B Plaque Remover. Dentists recommend changing your toothbrush every 3 months. We suggest you change it forever.
The Muppets and how we miss Jim Henson. What a beautiful, sweet, beautiful man. But if you think Big Bird, the Muppets a big deal, feast your eyes on Big Bird Balloon Color. Provided by Jim Henson Productions. He's 8 times taller and 10 times wider than his fine feathered counterpart. And he's celebrating his 9th appearance in this Macy's parade.
That's right, and Big Bird once gave me a feather off his tail, Willard. I was so honored. And what's nice is that Big Bird is now teaching children whose parents learned their ABCs right on Sesame Street.
And I understand that just last month, Russia joined with the Children's Television Workshop, and now that country's children and their parents can enjoy what millions of children all over the world have been able to do for the last 3 decades.
Thank goodness for CTW providing consistently high-quality programs for our little ones. Thank goodness Big Bird wore a sweater this morning, huh, Willard? It's chilly out here.
Like a cold bird.
Meanwhile, the magical world of Mother Goose Balloon is a signature piece in a parade that's indeed about magic and miracles and daring to dream.
And of course, how did we hear the music, Katie? Those kids have won an incredible 270 trophies in the past 10 years. And now this show band has a new honor, the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade.
They're really a talented group, Willard. Now it's time for our March Hare, and he's marching to the beat of his own drum. Here comes the Nestle Quick Bunny.
Hey, old Quick Bunny may be quick, Katie, but at 520 pounds, he's the 2nd heaviest balloon in this parade. Did you know that, Katie?
I didn't know that.
Well, if you'd have read the script at rehearsal, you'd have known that. But this 40 Macy's handlers can take care of it. He ain't heavy, he's our bunny. Hey, this fabulous balloon is provided by, guess who? Nestle Beverage Company.
What a surprise. Willard, Quick Bunny would need a high-rise hutch. 7 stories tall, and in the Big Apple, that's a lot of lettuce.
That's no dumb bunny, Katie. As Quick Bunny turns the corner, 34th Street comes into view, and the view from here is splendid. And that's thanks to the 34th Street Partnership, a local group adding just another beauty mark on the face of this spectacular city. You want to come up and see what they're doing here at Times Square. Have you seen what? It's almost finished. It is terrific.
And Quick Bunny is very lucky because the wind is relatively calm this morning. Willard, we've done other parades where the wind is kicked up, and these sizable balloons go here, there, and everywhere.
Where's Don?
Don't go away. Still the march. Leah Thompson and Kenny Rogers. And we'll enter the world of Willy Wonka with Liz Torres when we come back.
Willard, I guess you could say it's a dog-meet-dog world this Thanksgiving. Toby, meet Clifford, the big red dog. Clifford has many best friends. His very best, though, is his owner, Emily Elizabeth, who keeps Clifford on his 65-foot-long leash.
That's the way Mary takes care of me.
She keeps you on a shorter one, doesn't she, Willard?
That's my agent. Katie, there are nearly 50 million Clifford books in print. Did you know that? I didn't know that. And as many of his fans already know, that real Clifford is the same size as the 60-foot balloon passing in parade.
Clifford is provided by Scholastic Incorporated, and strolling with Emily Elizabeth are 50 of New York's most dashing dog walkers, all Macy's employees.
Hey, you know, Katie, this parade makes me feel like a kid in a candy store, doesn't it?
Absolutely, positively, Willard.
And I shouldn't be doing that because I'm trying to keep it down. Now, the wonder of all of this comes to light in the pure imaginational float provided by Fujifilm of USA Incorporated.
This float celebrates the 25th anniversary home video release of one of my favorites. When it comes to grace and beauty, you can write this name across the sky. She flutters down Broadway with the wind beneath her wings. Who is she?
Who is she?
Sky Dancer, of course.
No kidding. Ah, yes, a pretty girl is like a melody, and blowing in the wind might be just the magical tune for Sky Dancer, provided by Average Gentilly Entertainment Incorporated. She's pretty in pink and purple, and she's back to add sparkle to the parade for her second year.
Willard, how'd you like to take a spin around the dance floor with her?
I won't float, don't ask me.
Well, with a wingspan of 34 feet, there certainly could be no doubt who would lead.
It's hot pink, but the coolest of the cool. It's that Hollywood Hepcat, the Pink Panther, my personal idol, enjoying the high life as he floats down Broadway for his 9th Macy's Parade. Pink's balloon is provided by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Incorporated. He's about to lose his shorts.
And what a life he lives. An eligible bachelor catting around Hollywood, chauffeured by the rich and famous, of course. He himself happens to be the length of 3 stretch limos. When Pink won his Oscar, I'm sure he thanked his producer, director Blake Edwards, composer Henry Mancini, his creator and animation legend, Fritz Freeling.
There's a real act that came together. The music and the Panther, what a combination. Katie, well, you're a jet setter like we are, and the Pink Panther. You're all set for all kind of climates. He's sporting a muffler and scarf for our November parade and a 40-foot wide inner tube just in case his shorts drop for that last-minute invite to Boca Raton.
I hope he takes me with him. He's hip, Willard. Even has a press agent who, by the way, informs us that unlike most felines, Pink can pick up things with his tail, which has a reach of 66 feet.
I could go that way. 400 100 of America's best have banded together to form America Sings. When these bright teens are not performing as a group or singing in their school charities, they're out helping underprivileged kids. So let's listen to the best.
There are 4,000 of them from 47 stores here in the Northeast.
They really get into it.
Meanwhile, have I got a girl for you, Mr. Scott? Before there was Marilyn and Madonna, cartoonist Max Fleischer created the glamour gal who starred in more than 100 cartoons. Betty Boop, provided today by King Features.
I like all those cute little kids, but I'm gaga over Betty. You know, Betty was the first animated sex symbol, and at age 66, take a look, she's still a doll, inflatable or otherwise. And we're told that Miss Boop is still single. Then again, what working stiff could come up with an engagement ring 12 feet in diameter? Actually, get this, Katie. Oh, stay with me now. If Betty Boop married C. Everett Koop, her name would be Betty Boop Koop. I read her may get a sitcom out of that.
But meanwhile, our Sassy Sirens garter uses enough material to make garters for all 30 Radio City Rockettes and Dennis Rodman.
An Olympic hero meets a superhero meets 101 Dalmatians. You'll meet all of them and more when the fun continues here on NBC.
Willard the Parade also has an official superhero, always weaving a web of adventure. Is Spider-Man himself, provided by Marvel Entertainment Group, Incorporated.
And you know, the story, Katie, Spider-Man started really out as a college student, and he was a photographer, Peter Parker. But just a little bit of radiation activity, Spider-Man gave him the power to scale walls and sling webs from his wrists. And Spider-Man can get an awful lot of bad guys in that 40 by 36-foot web.
I'll say, Willard, I could see where a damsel in distress might be wowed by this pumped-up superhero. What a physique. Brrr. At 78 feet, he's also the longest balloon in this whole parade.
Oh, boy. He makes me want to hear a commercial like
Macy's Day Parade when we return live here on NBC.
The answer is he's older than the Old West and the Old East, the North and the South combined, and very lovable. Who is he?
It's coming to me, Willard.
Get it, get it.
Who is Barney?
You got a $10 and a box of Snickers, and Alex Trebek would be very proud of that.
Well,
it is Barney.
Was it the Daily Double?
You got it. My chin's with it. It's no surprise to find him on Thanksgiving with his best buckaroo, Baby Bop and BJ.
Willard, Barney is big. I'm talking big. He's not your garden variety superstar. We're talking Megasaurus. And now the so-called Elvis of the preschool set has entered the parade as a balloon provided by Lyric Studios. Barney joined us for the first time back in 1994. That would put it at his age at, what, I think, 200 million and three?
I could do a special on him.
Broadway salutes Hollywood, from the Silence to that devilish Woody Woodpecker and that gorgeous Shirley Jones. Party on when the Macy's Parade continues live on NBC. NBC's telecast of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is being sponsored in part by Cotton Incorporated, who wishes you and your family peace and joy in the holiday season. Cotton, the fabric of our lives.
Talk about your classics, Willard. He's back. Walter Lantz created him, and today Universal Studios Consumer Products Group provides him. That lucky bird is making his 13th flight down Broadway. Yes, indeed, it's Woody Woodpecker, the Woodman.
He is my idol, too, Catherine. 35 balloon handlers mimic our 75-foot tall bird. in their Woody look-alike costumes. Woody has an arm span of 45 feet and just happens to be senior balloon of this year's parade. Been around longer than any of us.
Come on, Willard, you have to do it. It's tradition. Woody's impeccable laugh.
Are you ready for this?
Give it a try. You should have wormed your way out of it, Willard. Now let's hear it from the gang in the booth, shall we?
I thought mine sounded more authentic, if you know the truth.
There's always next year, Willard.
More Macy's Parade coming up right here on NBC.
What did you say that, Willard?
I don't know where I am. I think I lost my place. Anyway, that's terrific, Katie. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I'll tell you, things are happening all over town.
And in any case, you know what, Willard? Everyone knows you can't have the big game without a pep rally, and stirring things up are 10 more UCA cheerleaders taking the rah-rah ride on the pep rally float. And this year's special parade is definitely something to cheer about.
Let's pick up that crowd.
He's faster than the speed of sound. That's why they call him Sonic 3D Blast. Deal with it. He is the coolest. But when it comes to video game characters, dude, he's the hottest. Sonic is provided by Sega of America Incorporated, dude.
Hey, dude.
Hey, Katie, let me tell you something. He is one happening hedgehog. Dig the rows of spiky quills down his back, all boosted up for today's parade, did you say?
As if I'd say he's dropping some serious tune.
Dude! Oh, that's your line. You lost me, Katie. I don't even know where we are.
To say our totally tall hedgehog high on helium would be an understatement. To bring his 64 by 26-foot frame to life, Sonic is fed nearly 19,000 cubic feet of helium, more than any other balloon in this parade. Willard, our second new balloon is heading this way. He's hopping off the pages of Beatrix Potter's classic, The Tale of Peter Rabbit, just in time to help celebrate Macy's 70th annual parade. And he's provided by publisher Frederick Warren and Company.
Ah, that mischievous little bunny is a household name, although a name certain Mr. McGregor would rather forget. Heavy drama here. But at 60 feet long, 22 feet wide, and 400 pounds, this Peter Rabbit would be a match for any Mr. McGregors that he might ever run into along the garden path.
The Jolly One's almost here, but we've still got more treats and sweets. The Cat in the Hat, the Captain and Tennille, and Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop. March on back here.
Fantastic. I think Al Roker just broke his back. Anyway, this seems to be the year for anniversaries. And celebrating his 40th, the Dr. Seuss superstar, the Cat in the Hat, and a spree provides this fabulous balloon.
Is it true? What did you say? The Cat in the Hat is 40 today?
Ah, that's right, my dear. It's true. It's true. The Cat in the Hat is as old as you.
But wait, hold on. You're wrong, I fear. I won't turn 40 until next year. But thanks for telling the world, my dear.
Have no fear. I've got to get out of here. Hey, sorry about that. Hey, isn't he the cat? Meow. I mean, with his umbrella, 16-foot wide, bow tie, and when he goes to a meeting at his publisher's cat famous chapeau is 2 floors high. But that's another story.
Arr, arr, arr.
Story.
I get it. I get it.
Shoot the writer. Anyway. Writer's half shot now. Anyway. So long, Kit Kat. In 1985, their performance in President Reagan's inaugural parade was canceled because of 20